and I will do a very brief demonstration of what I described to you. So if you're one of our customers and you have a port call that has finished or a voyage that is finished, like I'm going to show you here, you will receive a notification that your claim is calculated, and you'll open it up. And this, again, will have been through several layers of quality assurance before it's gotten to you. I'm just going to acclimate you to the screen. I'll give you a couple examples, and then I'll leave you to, if you're curious, you can reach out to us for some more information. Up top, we've just got the information about the voyage, about the claim. What's the vessel? What was it moving? Where was it going? Between, which ports? Just the basics. We've got our ports up here, Geraldton, Killicap. We've got the Geraldton information below here. Now, I'll point out the first thing. Our SOF has been digitized. The events have been normalized. Everything looks pretty nice. Obviously, we had to black some things out here. But what we see are the events and where they match up on the SOF. You highlight it on the left, it shows up on the right. You've got your source document right there, but you've also got a very nice digitized, normalized version here on the left. Very handy. Also very handy to be able to pull up that SOF if you do need to reference it. So then what you see on the left are the events. What you see on the right is the calculation. This is very, very straightforward, and this is what our team will deliver. You can quickly make an adjustment yourself. You can send a question back to the team. Or if this calculation is to your liking, I'll give you a couple other examples of what you can do, but the quick version of this is I go through, I check my calculation, I've got some dispatch that's owed to me, or maybe that I owe, and I put together this summary. Very, very quick. And once we learn how you work, it gets even quicker because we have what we call validations. Validations are, how do you work when it comes to this counterparty at this port or with this vessel type or this contract? You tell our team, here's how we like to work. After completion of discharge, time spent sweeping cargo residue counts as laytime. We'll use your standard operating procedures to run these calculations. We also have a very nice AIS feed, so you can see literally what the ship was doing while she was at port. And then we've got remarks. If our team, as they're calculating this, has any, here, I had to make a judgment call here. This is exactly where they'd put it. In the remarks, they'd say, this is how I interpreted this clause. Might be worth a discussion back and forth here. You also have any and all documents associated with this claim, with this voyage here attached to the claim and our web app. Very handy. Any computer that you're on, you don't need a VPN. You can see all of your source documents. You can see the history of who did what, all of those details. And then lastly, I think probably my favorite feature of this is for when, so let's say the Marcura team, I'm a customer, the Marcura team gets me a claim. I have my own version. Maybe I make a couple changes and then I send it and then I get back a counter. Right, so now I've got three kind of main versions of that claim. I've got the Marcura claim, I've got my own, and then I've got the counter. Well, I can go in here and look at a compare view, port by port, and see exactly where they're different. I can see down to the minute what the difference is between these versions, right? Okay, so I've got my latest version, version 7, maybe that's the counter. And then I've got my named versions previously. So maybe I revert back to a different one or maybe I'm running a test, something like that, and I just want to compare, what were the differences between these two? There was some significant difference in time used, but where? And if it's long, let's say you got a long dry SOF or something like that, you just show differences only. You don't want to have to see every single event. You just say, just show me what's different between these two calculations, and it'll pull it up. So as a result of this, I'll just show you one more example of the data, and then again, reach out to us if you want some more information. You see these events on the left, and then you can see they translate into durations on the right, right? We take these events from the SOF, we turn this into inward passage. We take this, we turn this into holiday. We take this, we turn this into discharging. It's multiple events on the SOF turned into one big valuable piece of data, which is discharging in this case. And so that data transformation is also a really, really critical piece of what we provide to our customers here at Marcura Claims. And it's kind of the cherry on top between the SOF data and the demurrage data that we get from the calculation and the information from the agreements or the contracts or the terms. In addition to this transformed port call data, we have a ton of information to give our customers about why they're incurring demurrage and how to potentially avoid it or forecast it more accurately.